Welcome, everyone, to NBA action here on 2K Sports. A Friday night NBA presentation. It'll be the Sacramento Kings facing off against the Portland Trailblazers. And without any further ado, let's head to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew at the arena. I'll be back at halftime.
Comes up with a steal tonight because he is just a major force at that end of the court.
And you know what else I like about him, Steve? He'll do whatever it takes to help that team out. We've seen him take some absolutely gut-wrenching charges that a lot of other guys would simply avoid.
Guys looking at Sacramento, they took the win in their last game against the Hawks.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of...
Kings struggled against the West, really against Western teams not in their division. They would play the division tough, but didn't do much against Steve, the other two Western division. Back to Young. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Shooting motion and pretty athletic, strong body. Also top-tier athlete. In fact, McLemore measured this.
He knows exactly how to use his size to his advantage there.
Aldridge inside. Robinson on him. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. And back to McLemore, an explosive leaper. And Clark able to finish through contact inside.
Kevin, he clearly has the ability to hurt you inside and outside. I think he still has to develop as a slasher, become more elusive. And I think that'll come with done its part to keep the Kings. And so Seattle has to wait.
Now, here's Lillard. 14 points from him the last game against Houston.
Beautiful finger roll to cap that drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys.
Aldridge, no luck. And Clark, going back, the Blazers, one of 3 teams in the Pacific Northwest. You also had the Sonics in Seattle. And Steve,
for a new NBA franchise. Of course, Seattle almost ended up with the Sacramento Kings. But when Sacramento was awarded the franchise, a lot of people felt like it was only a matter of time before Seattle would be granted an expansion team.
And it's blocked by Pekovic.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
Matthews with the steal. Makes the lead pass. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark.
But the defense stood tall there. Well, Blazers coach Terry Stotts is a branch on the tree of head coach George.
Back to Green. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3. And for Terry Stotts, after his playing days, he coached as an assistant under George Karl, both in the CBA and then with the Sonics and the Bucks.
And over 2 decades.
The feed to Green. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up, he gets that sent Thomas Robinson over to Houston. Not often do you see a team give up on their number 5 overall pick just after half a season.
Dishes it to Turioff. And the pass to Nick Roberts. Feeds it to Turioff. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Fires from deep. And yes, sir, that one drops. .26 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Shots good by McLemore.
I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
And playing the game on rollerblades, too.
McCollum with the ball. Now defended by McLemore. He took good advantage of that screen.
The pick wasn't ultra effective, but it got him just enough room for the score.
Fredette kicks to Mbamute. He passes it to Fredette. Good if it goes. No good on the buzzer beater. And still a close game as the during the break. The players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Kings?
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in this first half.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
On the court right now. Watson dishes to Wright. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Wright's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Yeah, he's a bomber. I mean, that's what I love about him. Yep.
And here is Muhammad following Darrell Wright's three. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Season Nicholas Batum was getting starters minutes at small forward. Blazers coach Terry Stotts said, quote, "He's such a unique player."
He dishes it to McCollum. With a floater, and the shot is good.
Helping teams improve their defenses, whether it was in New Orleans with Chris Paul, last season with Golden State, but Malone Lillard.
Rejected by Rubio, but he gets it back. Shot clock at 5. Lillard attacking. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And that one's good.
Is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
Now, here's Lillard. Back to Cousins. Puts it up from 12. Gets it to go.
The Seattle group put forward, and now the new CBA, it's made it much more favorable for the owners. I think in the next few...
Sacramento's going with right now. Muhammad, he's checked in for Young. Gerald Green comes in for McLemore. And it's Jimmer Fredette in for Ricky Rubio. Now, here is Fredette. Nicholas Batum unable to get his shot to go. Count the bucket.
In the draft, taking C.J. McCollum with the 10th pick, Cal Berkeley's Alan Crabb with the 31st, and then they signed Darrell Wright and trade for Robin Lopez and Thomas Robinson. The first three provide outside shooting and scoring.
It certainly seemed like they improved this offseason. Thanks, Doris. Here's Robinson, and the powerful one-handed slam.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty acceptable?
Ball game, because we've got one here tonight.
Here's Mbamute. The Blazers getting the bucket. The shot's good from Plumlee.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Coach.
And then Cousins with the dunk. There it is, guys, that Olay defense. Just watching them go Clark. Portland making their last shot. And Mbamute dishes to Plumlee. Good! Plumlee's got his second bucket tonight, now by 5. And here's Fredette from beyond the arc. And it's Green slapping it down.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, 11 seconds left here in the second. Lillard attacking for 3. A shot by Batum, no good. Shoots the 3, and no good trying to get that one. That'll do it for the first half. Kings ahead, up by 7. From the Rose Garden in Portland, Oregon. We're back in a moment.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
It's a lively Friday evening here at 2K Sports. Hopefully you're having a great time watching a little basketball tonight. The Sacramento Kings ahead against Portland. Outstanding bench production. They've gotten a very nice lift, and that's made a huge difference for them on the scoreboard. Well, LaMarcus Aldridge is making it look easy against the Trailblazers D. Shouldn't be a shock to anyone. We've seen him put up big numbers before. And hanging tough, the Portland Trailblazers. Too many turnovers. Tough to win when you're giving the ball away as easily as they have. They need to start playing smarter basketball in the second half. Not the best start for Damian Lillard. Not a lot of production to show for his minutes.
One of the worst benches in the history of the league last season. You know, they didn't get much contribution there. It was almost like they went into every game playing 5 versus 12.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Portland, Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backcourt. The forwards are Batum, and when referring to the Blazers, the bench scoring was a big problem for them as they didn't have anyone really outside the starting 5 that Steve could be counted.
Scoring in reserve, and we'll see if that makes a difference for this team this year.
McLemore, no good. Tipped. Aldridge kicks to McLemore, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until they prove they can stop them, I mean, they ought to continue to defensively.
I like his upside as well. And you talk about that stroke, it is honey sweet to look at and as efficient as a heat pump. No player down the road.
Robinson against Aldridge. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Here's Batum, and he banks in the layup. Batum's got 4 this quarter. He feeds it to McLemore. It's blocked by Batum. Both hands to jam it in.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him.
Back to Young. Matthews with the steal. And now the fast break. Matthews with the ball. 9 feet out. And a little block that time. Robinson against Aldridge. Good. Aldridge has got 18 points.
Stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Aldridge kicks to Young. Misses the 3. Trailblazers trail by 6.
You take a look at the offense for the Kings last season, there are some things to build on here, guys. 4th in the NBA in fast break points, top 4 in points in the
game. Cousins with a screen on Rubio. Here's Matthews. Terrific design on a big hook, and he lays it in. Selfishly, Steve, especially at the offensive end.
Yeah, they had a team last year that just seemed to be jacking up shots anytime they could get one up individually. They were among the lowest in the league in assists as a team. A lot of isolation basketball. It was not pretty to watch.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot.
Young outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Rubio. A second chance effort, and that one's good. Pekovic. Batum with the ball. Now defended by McLemore. Williams takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Gerald Green in for McLemore. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Robinson drives in. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Robinson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Back to Rubio. From downtown. Can't get it to go. And we just finished the 3rd quarter and we got a tight. The hustle stands for the Kings.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the 4th.
Others clearly have some areas they can shore up.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Gerald Green. And Pekovic throws it down.
Boy, the big fella's showing us a little explosiveness for a change.
Well, maybe Clark is working on his dunk skills because he looked perfect at this. Not so, though, when it came time for the pros. Everybody's interested in him now.
And for good reason. I mean, he actually said that baseball was by far his best sport.
Screen from Robinson. Clock at 6. Williams kicks to Robinson. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
The way you're going to be competitive on the road. They didn't defend, and they were selfish with the ball. Other than that, they were fantastic.
That's good. Thaddeus Young on the wing. And the miss, not the best shot selection there. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Open shot, Batum drops one in from the wing.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
The try by Rubio. That's good.
Important thing is, keep getting there. Maybe that'll take a little pressure off him, guys.
Williams for 3, and good on the basket.
Games to start his career. He's battled through pain to always try to get the job done for his teammates.
5 to shoot. Here's Turion. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Pure hustle on that play, and that's what it takes on the offensive boards. It's not about
The huge dunk.
Well, in a tight game, I mean, they could use a few more of those hustle plays going forward, but they're going to win.
Shot's good. Ball's not loose. And here we go. Muhammad heading to the hoop. Pushing it up. And Turion slams it in.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk. Outside, Batum. And here's Matthews from the arc. There's the bucket. Good.
That's his first three-pointer of the half. Remember, he did make one in the first half as well.
Theo dishes to Young. Good.
Oh, what a basket. And
52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Matthews kicks to Luke. Back to Matthews. He nails it, and we're tied up. And the crowd roaring to life.
That was a huge shot. And they're just about dancing in the aisles now.
what an eruption in this building.
And Rubio kicks to Young. Pass to Pekovic. Yes! Boy, that was a big shot.
And that one just flattened this crowd, Kevin.
Yeah, nothing you can do as a fan after a shot like that. Just shake your head.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Lillard against Rubio. Lillard attacking Cousins all alone. It's in! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
I don't think they can afford to foul here, Kevin.
Now they're over the limit, and what they need to do is just play smart defense.
Now, here's Rubio. He feeds it to Young. And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a three-point play.
There. That could be the difference. It will force, more than likely, a desperation three-point attempt.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're losing by 3. Just 2 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
They need a 3 to tie, and they have enough time here to get a good look if they play their cards right. We'll see how they do.
This will tie it. Oh, they had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. And so it's Sacramento who scraped by with the win. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents